It's game time, we ain't playing with you. It's game time, it's game time, we ain't playing with you. That's how we ball for y'all.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? You are rocking with Doo-Wop.
And Jamel,
Yo, thanks for joining us for episode 55
55.
here on Hip Hop Plug. Oh, man, how are you, nephew?
Everything good.
Man, tell everybody else, shout out Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
so everybody enjoy their little weekend, or if they had a day off, and then you have to go back to work, or if you got to enjoy the whole weekend, or you just took off and didn't tell them.
Word.
If you listen to I came back. I was back. So,
Yeah.
kind of little couple of days off, See if I can get that beach tan. I still got a little beach tan on me. But it was enjoy the time off and step away for real quick, but then you gotta get back in it.
Yep.
So what I'm about to do then?
Jump into the topics.
I'm about to dive right in it then, man. So only thing that's going on I hear was they're talking a lot about that Drake thinking, he's suing Universal Records.
Yeah.
But hearing everybody else talk about it and things, they're saying that's basically a petition that he's trying to drum up for the record label, just to find out really where all the streaming came from the track from They Not Like Us,
Mhm.
by Kendrick Lamar. I mean, there's so many talks about this on different point of views, because first, people saying like, damn, why is Drake suing fucking Universal over a diss record? It don't even seem right to, to do that. And how could you sue a record label over something that basically they're own the record label, But looking at the way that the beef was drummed up, Universal owns both of the sides, so they're gonna profit and benefit on both sides of this whole beef,
Mhm.
from Drake sales to Kendrick Lamar sales. You know, um, hey, I mean, it's like hats off to you going against the machine, but that machine been helping you for the past 15 years. So it's like you're suing a record label about streaming bots. Um, But it feels like they kind of helped you in a way too. They kind of help you push the record and then bring it up the way it is. But there's so many talks. There's so many talks about it because it's like Drake might be up for his last renewing his last obligation of his contract, and he's trying to negotiate a deal. And then this whole beef kind of like just probably devalue the deal that he was trying to re up and get another term with Universal. But then he's trying to say, well, I went with you for a number, and now you kind of push the record. You lean more on Kendrick Lamar's side just so you can downgrade me to the point where you feel like now my value is down. You know, um, it's a lot of sides. It's a lot of sides when it comes to this thing. But well, I mean, you're going against the grain. You're going against the machine itself. You know, uh, they run a lot of things. They own a lot of control a lot of things. And especially now that it feels like you probably just want to go independent yourself. Because when you go suing your record label, it's not most likely you're gonna want to be with that record label again.
Right.
You know, uh, but it's interesting to see because Drake is powerful. So if he could want to find out this information, I think, and but then the record label was like, "Well, don't sue me, sue Kendrick Lamar." But then he made it clear, like, "Nah, I'm not suing Kendrick Lamar. It's not about Kendrick Lamar. It's about you guys pushing the record so much where you're trying to devalue me when you see that record is so powerful where they're kind of just going against trying to put some like you know uh dirt on his name when it comes to this whole P word, pedophile, and all that stuff. Um, hey, you know, it still was a good record. So it definitely exceeded what it's supposed to do. I think he's probably now. I think he's nominated for Grammy now too. So you know, but it was interesting that he didn't put that record on his album. So I think maybe he knew that he maybe this lawsuit was coming up. It was drumming up because this is kind of like holding down as like the number one disc record, like like all times because there's been multiple disc records throughout the rap beef, but this one has just exceeded all over. It definitely get out of control. And for to go against what he was saying is like, eh, it's just it's just it's I guess it's shocking for him because he never felt that type of I guess energy against him when it comes to that. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's a lot of. It's like it felt like the record label chose sides. Like it felt like he didn't have his back. But I just felt like they'd seen the way that record was going, and maybe they just pushed it. They just pushed it. But now he's saying, there's fake bots, and you pushed it too much. They put like, probably invested some millions of dollars just to probably destroy him. So when it comes to negotiation time,
Cool. But actually, you said a lot. But to touch on that just a little bit, because you went over like a whole bunch of things. There's a lot of different sides to this one thing. One is like Drake saying that the song didn't do what it would have did without them like trying to push it with the bots, and then for him to come out of nowhere with that, with like the understanding. So
mm,
this had to be like something that he had used before to for his music to be pushed. But at the same time, the song is like worldwide and like all over the place. You can't go like nowhere without nobody still saying that. And the little catchphrases and everything, it just took over. It wasn't just about the song; it was the words in the song and how they just got to people.
mm,
So it's like you taking away from it, and at the same time saying that the company did it. But at the same time, the company couldn't have ran with a song that was terrible and push that to make it a win, because that would have been like crazy.
yeah,
and at and at the same time, like you said, he didn't have it on his album because I don't think he wants this to be like his milestone. That song has like really taken off, and he wants to put out music for his new, for like for a new album. He wants like a clean start to show you like I still got more in my tank. So it wouldn't be like the best thing to put it on there. Could it be like that still on there? But no, he had like 12 fresh songs that all hit. So I like that too. But what else was I gonna say about that? Yeah,
yeah. I mean, definitely. He has more material. We can get into that. But it's just I guess it's just funny how the record, like you said, it did take over. But how he feels like some of them streams is just not the way it
hmm
actually not the same. So he wants proof. He's like, I want proof.
hmm
Show me the proof that he actually did these streams. But in a way, it's your own company, so I'm sure the same way they helped his record, he probably helped your record in the
yeah,
past. So but hey, I mean, we're gonna see what this lawsuit really um occurs and if he really goes on and try to sue his record label, basically.
yeah,
That's the going against the grain. He's definitely going against the machine.
yeah. That's a that would be the other crazy thing for him to go against there and win. I think he wants the money and his masters so that he would have a whole new start for himself. And at that point, like you said, at that point he should just basically create his own company for his own music and go that route. Because it wouldn't make no sense to go back because they can just hold him back down again.
Yeah, no, I don't unless they work out some type of agreement with him that he's gonna come out there with a lot, his mastered and well, he probably owns a lot of his stuff. He owns certain parts of his stuff now. Um, but where he's gonna start owning all his stuff, and or they're
Mhm.
just gonna pay him a big lump sum to this, make this go away, because he's one of the top artists on Universal. So for them to even have beef and issues, they can see that it's definitely it's something towards Drake. It's definitely it feel like it's like take down Drake.
Mhm.
Like they like, hey, if you don't want to negotiate and you don't want to go for this deal, all right, fine, we'll make somebody else. We're not gonna give you all this money. We don't want it. No, no, we want this is what we think you're worth. Take that number. He's like, no, I don't think I'm worth that more. I'm worth more. So we have to see how that end up and how that turns. But
Mhm.
yeah. So talking about like Kendrick Lamar, man, he dropped a surprise album.
Right.
Yo, I can't believe he just dropped that surprise album out of nowhere. Like nobody just said, I'm just gonna drop it. Dropped it on a nice Friday. But it actually gave me time, being away, it gave me some time to listen to it and actually absorb it. I like turn the TV off.
Mhm.
Turn the TV off. It's just funny how one of the little sayings of it's when I talked about watch it. You end up hearing that same slogan. That's how music is sometimes.
Mhm.
Just drop those type of gems, and then just people might run with it. But yeah, I like turn the TV off, like squabble up. He actually came back. I could think he showed that like a balanced album to me.
Oh yeah, it's a well balanced album
Yeah. A little R&B, because he
Yep.
definitely has his on there a lot.
with the Luther with the like a jam.
Oh, what else I rock with? I'm rock with, yeah. So no particular order. He's starting right out the gate with uh
Talking about how his mirror got like crossed out.
the whack out Merles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one, even when he said that, he actually addressed the Lil Wayne controversy with him at Super Bowl, saying, I can't believe kind of like I let Lil Wayne down.
Mhm.
But then he said, but it's whatever. He's surprised even if he mentioned it, you know. Uh hey man, at the end of the day he gave it his opinion and how he felt. So I rock with that. See, right off the gate, he went into that. But I would say this about Kendrick Lamar's new album. He actually feels like he's enjoying music again. Sometimes the other albums he's real. He's still giving it to his lyrical and controversy, but I feel like he's just having more fun with it.
Yeah.
So I think he's seen the effect of They Not Like Us, seeing how
Mm.
like the whole city was moving with it and jumping around and like the beat from DJ Mustard. So, he went back at it again with him. So I like to turn the TV off, but squabble up. That was all. That was like West Coast feel, dance around, have fun, and still talk his. Uh, but yeah, then he like I say, just the R&B type. Heart of the part 6. Uh, also like the Hey Now. Then he also used like a lot of new artists from the West Coast. A lot of upcoming artists
Mhm. He's
on there.
repping.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his album. I enjoyed his album, but I don't. But he still never came out and said that was his official album. But people were assuming that's his album.
Well, it's usually because it has the like I said, the hearts part. That's usually what they consider what in his album. So yeah,
Mhm. Mm.
and it has hard part 6 this time. So those are usually how he like links his albums together.
I want to see if he's gonna drop more music. I want to see if he's gonna drop more music
Oh, he probably will.
for the Super Bowl because he still got some little time for he does the Super Bowl in February. But that's a good start. I'm glad. I like how he didn't put like a whole bunch of records on there. He kind of put on like, some records that he probably felt that was probably the best for him. So to put like a nice cool 12 tracks, you good? Yeah. So I appreciate that. But yeah, no, so for him to do that, you know, hey, he had to have fun. He had to have fun with it.
Oh, he definitely did. A lot of these tracks and there's tributes and stuff like that. the reincarnated with like the Tupac beat and everything. It's like there's a lot that he put into like this work, and like from front to back, I like listening to the whole thing.
Hmm.
It's like the R&B, how he sound with Scissor with the harmony, and even like how they tap on and tap off with each other. That sounded like a bomb. I was surprised.
Hmm.
It's a very surprising album though. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
not.
even the Hard Part Six where he giving like tribute to Top Dog and all, and however he did everything for him.
Hmm.
It's like he goes through. It's like a whole long story that he's telling in every single one, and some just like putting stuff out there.
Yeah. Even like just going back from the beginning, like how how he how his struggle, how he started to come
Hmm.
up, and how he kind of got discovered, and how he was with the whole record label before they even popped off, and
Yeah,
when they started, how they started from from the bottom, basically, you know, yeah, that, you know, and that record label is big right now, TDE, especially with those type of artists with SZA, and Kendrick Lamar, for them to be holding that whole out, and then you like other artists on there too, but yeah, it was a good album. It was a good album. Interesting to see how far he keeps going with it. But he has some tracks on there. He definitely has a mixed track. It wasn't gonna be so much targeting Drake. you know,
that wasn't the plan at all this time.
it wasn't so much. Still a little swimble here and there, but it wasn't a whole bass Drake album.
A whole 12 albums of
Nah,
I
yeah,
Hate You.
yeah, it
No.
wasn't. Wasn't that type of energy.
Uh-uh.
And
It
then
was
subliminally Drake hit him with the yawning like it's all right, but they still beefing. Um and 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 they keep going back and forth. But the interesting for him saying Lil Wayne's name, I wonder if Lil Wayne was gonna respond all the way because the rumor, because Joe, Joe, yeah, Joe Budden was basically saying Lil Wayne went in and made a diss track because he tried to reach out to Kendrick and he didn't get no response, so he just went to the booth. I don't know how true that is, because rumors are rumors,
hmm
Um, but that'll be Lil Wayne against Kendrick. I mean, well, that I don't know. I don't know if Lil Wayne, cause I don't. I mean, he says whatever. Kendrick just said whatever. If that's what they want to do, whatever, it's whatever. But cause he's like, oh, nobody really congratulate him except Nas. Oh,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne against Kendrick. Ooh, Lil Wayne's still Lil Wayne, man. Lil Wayne's still kamikaze. He still go crazy with the bars, and he's a different type of beast.
Yeah.
But that what he does, freestyle and going at people and making clever things. That is what Lil Wayne does. So uh, I don't think you want to wake that. I don't think you want to wake that giant up. I think you just keep it peaceful. You know, but
You
that's what
say so.
I mean. 'Cause I don't. I think it'd be too much of a double team because it's like almost double teaming Kendrick Lamar now. Now you're bringing Lil Wayne in it, and
That would
Drake
be
still ain't over with it. So them two start going at it, and then jump on Kendrick.
nah. I don't think it would be. Cause it still
You don't.
be separate, and I think he can. Then he'll just add another name to like the song. It's like he brought Drake's whole team into one song, so he could just add another name to it. So it wouldn't be like a double team. It just be like you just
Well,
be on the list for him
you
to
gotta
add
understand.
in.
You gotta understand that's Lil Wayne, man.
I
Little
know.
he likes that. He
Yeah.
likes that controversy type of. He went at Jay. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget he went at Jay Z. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like he likes that type of. Even if you say his name is like he'll like to take a little jab back. You know, I don't see it. I don't see them battling,
No,
but
I don't really see them battling at this.
I do see Lil Wayne maybe make a response, maybe whatever baby track he'll say a little verse response because he don't let things go. Lil Wayne definitely he'll go in the booth and talk about it. He'll tell you he'll go in the booth and talk about it. Uh, but talking about Joe Buttons, yeah, he went back on his rant. He went on his rant with Drake. I thought you was done with your quota for Drake, Joe. But I guess he wanted to touch on the topic and just tell Drake how he feels again. Yo, them two, man, them two. Uh, how I mean, he just goes at him. He just goes at him. They say, oh, that he has a different personal vendetta against him. And especially when that Drake wrote that long ass Instagram poster for Joe Budden talking about how he's washed up and this and that. Don't follow his example because he's looking at somebody who has a bunch of hatreds and all that. Everybody knows about that, but them two are always gonna go back at each other. But he just goes out in his rants and he just goes at him. He just goes at him. But it's an interesting time. It's an interesting time. To see Drake go against the machine. Uh, especially after a historical battle and kind of exposing it to show like, all right, well, it's more than the beef. It's more than it's more than what people put. It's more than this record. It's something else pushing to bring my downfall. To destroy my credibility. But that's happens when you get in these rap battles and beef, man. It's no rules. There's no rules. There's no you can't. They're gonna say what you want to say. You take jabs. You take jabs, and that's from there. But you got to make those decisions when it's time to re-up the record labels and things like that. It's real out here. Like your career can get destroyed. You're not untouchable.
Right.
Or invincible. Still gotta put your best foot forward, or something, or your career can be over. So, but I'm sure his career is far from over. I'm not saying that his career is over, but
Well,
uh,
actually, yeah. To touch on that, he actually 50 Cent reached out to him and talked to him and spoke to him. He's like, yeah, I know you feel like it might be like a downfall and everything, but I know you just went out on tour and
mm,
you still sold out and you made like 300 mil from like that.
mm, mm,
It's like, so how can you really say they took something from you if
mm.
you're still out there selling out?
Oh no, yeah, his fans is still gonna be his
Yeah,
fans. You can't take nothing away. You can still go here and there and everything. You might not have the popularity to vote, but you still have your fans.
and that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
It's like as long as you still got them and you still working with them, then
Hmm.
you good.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely, definitely, definitely. But yeah, pay attention to that. But I always talk about Kai Cenat. I talked about him with his robot adventure. He's still on his 30 day streaming. I have a bunch of artists there. From Sexy Red, says the Snoop Dogg, just to name a few. But the trio is back again. The trio is back again. So I'm talking about Kevin Hart, Drewski, and Kai Cenat. Kevin Hart stopped out there and said that they're planning to do something together. There's big things coming with them, the group. So it'd be interesting to see if they put some type of movie or something together. Because they do have some type of chemistry in a weird way. They found their chemistry. Um, Especially with the jokes nonstop, man, and especially like you say, it's uncut and it's raw, and it's unscripted.
Oh yeah.
So anything goes, anything happens. Even when he comes in there, he's like, "Oh, don't start this early. Don't what you got downstairs." He gets in the room and he's like, "Oh, some animal noises. What you got downstairs? You didn't bring an elephant in here, did you?" Because it's something that they don't even know what's gonna go on, what's gonna
Right.
happen. Also, it's definitely always just nonstop different comedy, especially with Kevin Hart and Drewski. They just have that combination, and then Kai just doing his thing and his and sharing his platform.
Hmm.
But yeah, from they at the Thanksgiving dinner, praying, them interacting still with with the robot,
Yeah.
you know, and then it's just so much stuff. It's just for them to have I think it was like a 12-hour streaming, if not more, and spend overnight. It's just pure comedy in there. It's just pure comedy. Definitely check out that joint. That joint is crazy. That joint is crazy. It's too much. Too much to even go into
Mm.
it. But what do you think about that?
The Kevin Hart trying to cut the robot with the knife.
With a plastic
Yes.
knife?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And then actually shanking him like I got you. No. And then the robot throwing up the gang signs and telling him he's too short.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Without words, it's even worse.
Yeah, he even said, he's like, oh, I think he's like, you pay too much for this robot. He's like, so the robot went over in the corner with the turkey and he slammed it on there. Yo, I still want to know if somebody's controlling that thing with him, or he just going off on his.
Or it adapted already.
That'd be too much. That's too crazy. He's going
Now
way
it's too much. It
Nah,
adapted
that's
already.
not- He's doing too much.
It's hood already, like you
He's way
said.
too it. He's
You
way
said
too
game
it.
bangers,
Yeah,
game banger robots.
Yo.
Put them on the corner.
He's like, you throwing up the crip sign? He's he's throwing up the C sign. And yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But to see that, it's just funny. It's so hilarious. But it's just, they just check it out. It's 2 minutes. It's too much stuff that you can go into it. And it's just it's a great comedy. It's a great new comedy for the streaming. I can see that definitely being a thing.
Mhm.
People taking over. Streaming. The streaming is definitely getting big, man. The streaming is getting big. A lot of people trying to get into that. But he even said, he's like, damn. He's like, here, you look kind of dry. You look kind of dry in the face. You've been streaming too long. He's like, damn, you don't even go outside. You don't even go outside. You haven't seen outside in 30 days. But damn, yeah, man. That's a whole different game, a whole different ball game. And you have to have none but time. But hey, it's cool, it's cool. Oh, but talking about the robots, Kim Kardashian, she was playing with her Tesla robot. For them taking, I for them just interacting with the robot. Somebody left a comment and said, "Oh, somebody was controlling that whole thing when on the Tesla." But I don't know because he's like, "Oh, let's go for a jog." He's like, "Hey, you always want to go for a jog. You always want to go for a jog." But yeah, she took some good looking pictures with the robot. But then they also had the robo taxi.
Yeah.
Had the robo taxi too. So, big on there. That's for her to have all that stuff exclusively. Want to see how it actually move around and stuff with that. But
Right. I was also texting out the Tesla robot shoes. Looked like he had like some type of fin on there. I was like, what?
he like shoes.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it was different, yeah.
Mm.
I don't think nobody was controlling the Tesla robot she had because it was like still learning everything. Because she was asking questions, can you do things like this? And
Yeah.
then, especially with the rock, paper, scissors, if somebody was controlling that one, they would have been good.
Well, she's like, "Oh, you too slow."
Yeah. Like I'm
You too
gonna
slow.
win this every single time. If you throwing paper like this,
Yeah. No, I mean, I come to it. I think maybe, it's like certain occasions maybe, but I mean, or if you have the ability to control it, but yeah, I think it's just like you said, it's just developing and learning itself. Because even like with the heart, you're like, oh, you can do the heart, yeah, you can do the
I was
heart,
able to do the heart real quick.
yeah. So I think it is just slowly, like I said,
Yeah.
always with these robots, it's going to develop, and the more you teach it, the more it learns with you.
Yeah.
So
I kept thinking he was saying that he wanted to drive, not run, but I was like, maybe it's different.
well, I think probably maybe she probably have it as like an exerciser partner. Like
Mhm.
sometimes you want somebody to run with you and things like that. She's she's always in her fitness, in her exercising. So for him to probably jog around the block with her or something, that'd be like I guess they probably went on a run together. So it's like, oh yeah, you want to go on a run? You want to go on a run? You want to keep going on a run? But yeah, it's definitely it's new. It's here. It's here. And that's just one of the the routes. But Tesla is definitely always trying to stay ahead of the game. And then for it to do other things, that's what it's gonna have to do. I
Hmm.
also seen something in TikTok. I don't know how real it was. They had like four different robots, and they was carrying her like or basically she was shopping, so she had her shopping bags, and they was all in one line, just following. She following behind her, so they're carrying things forward. So it's like, but I was like, damn, it look like they gotta put some type of security. Like, I gotta have some type of security on that because damn, these things
What?
cost. Because you got like four of them, it had four of them, and it was carrying like a Louis Vuitton, her box because she was finished shopping. So it was like, damn, that's money right there alone. You want to rob, you know? So how is this equipped to deal with these situations? Like somebody just comes and take
It
it out,
becomes security.
like what?
Transformer, true.
Like, oh no, later, get that back. You're gonna start having these things equipped with armor and things like that. Like or even the ability to run run after them or something like you know
Give them built-in little tasers. They're back.
something, man.
Sorry.
Because we gotta have to see because people always get you always get creative. They want to just try to steal the robot or something. It's gonna be some type of sensor or something they're gonna have to built in where you can't steal the robot, can't control the robot.
But those usually, yeah, they usually do those
You
with the
know,
GPS and stuff like that, so you don't lose them.
mhm,
Especially if they're like robots that you can make to send out to do things.
mhm.
They're not just gonna let them be like GPSs, like less. Be like, yeah, like go, yeah, go.
even
It's
even
been like 2 days. I ain't seen a robot.
yeah, like they gonna have some trackers on that. Because it's gonna be weird. It's definitely gonna be weird because I know that's next. It's next. Slowly but surely, people are gonna keep developing different things to do with it.
Mhm.
Find something to really keep it activated. And I'm talking about that Tesla. Elon got the Neuralink approved. For the robotic arms. We talked about the arms. Being controlled and having cyber arms and things like that. So they actually got that approved.
Yeah.
So that's going to be in the works. Especially with the Neuralink. So it's saying you can control it from the putting the chip in the in your implement it in your brain, and now you can control it through your arm. So it's another way of the technology moving and how things are developing. You know, um, and Elon's always staying ahead of that curve. He's one of the
Definitely is.
he's one of the AI ahead of it and believing everything and what he wants to get done. You know, but yeah, we'll pay attention to that and see what that Neuralink, see who they test this with and how it develops and how a person gonna move and how they're gonna react with it. Basically, human robot,
Cyborg. But okay, cool.
cyborg human robot, man, human robot, and but it's definitely gonna help. Certain people who probably lost arms and
Hmm.
and then they can move to the legs soon. So you're gonna have a half here and half there. Like they have different robotics already, but this one's gonna be AI powered. So or even a
No, it's gonna be
Neuralink
power.
chip,
Yeah, it's gonna
AI
be
powered Neuralink through the
and
chip.
controlled by you. So yeah.
hmm So that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy because it's like you think about comic books and stuff like that. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
like what is like cyborg? What is that like?
Cyborg. Yeah.
Cyborg, So it's like those type of things. Oh man, it's gonna get tricky because people can't people once they get that power, it's like I feel like they're testing something else with that power. So it's like, all right, we're gonna test it on humans, test it on this, whatever. But then there's gonna be some real X-Men type
Yeah.
X-Men type creating going on. But hey man, I feel like the technology is definitely is ready with this AI. AI is definitely gonna take the technology all the way over. It's over. You know, but talking about Elon, he actually I guess he's saying there's too much one person controlling the gaming system. So he's planning on maybe coming out with his own gaming system to be competitive against PlayStation and Xbox. I was like, God damn, nigga. Put his hands on everything. But when you got all
Mm-hmm.
that money, you got to put it somewhere. So, because he's getting big into gaming. So we'll see if he makes some type of gaming system that people catch on to. And he said, yeah, gonna. He said he used the little slogan of the Donald Trump is to make gaming great again.
Okay.
Oh man, yeah. So but yeah. But I heard PlayStation they was talking about making their portable for PlayStation 5 and they're making a portable little um controller, like so you can actually take it on the go and still play PlayStation 5 games. So see if that's gonna take over.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was also in the works of making their own another one, another PlayStation.
Uh, they just dropped the. They just had one dropping for the Christmas time, so
Mm.
they might be making a six, I guess.
They was talking about it was in the making, so we'll see. But what else could you, well probably AI. That's what you got to enter it. I think they have to put that into the next gaming.
That's what the
'Cause remember that we talked about the Xbox trying to do that with the chat,
yeah, the
the
newest one
AI
that they're
chat.
putting out now.
Mm.
The like, I think it's like the six, no, the five or X, whatever they on. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's supposed to have like the AI in it too now.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
I can see the gaming moving toward it, moving a lot towards putting AI into it.
Hmm.
But, it's gotta be careful. Be careful with that. Be careful with it a little bit. Well, because I mean, damn, I don't know how what I mean. They say it's for like the chat, but what else could that really evolve to when it comes to AI? Because you damn near if you play video games, it's already damn near AI because you're playing something's already programmed.
No, you're paying NPC.
NPC.
Yeah,
You talk. What do you mean when you say that?
NPCs are like basically their station. They
Mm-hmm.
have set things that they do automatically.
I feel like it's already like once you in the game, like it's already programmed. So
Hmm.
you know, so I'll see how would that make the gaming world different with AI.
AI, yes. Because
I
then
would see only like the virtual world because they're always big on the virtual world. Um,
it could really change the whole gameplay. All right, so to break it down,
mhm,
NPC, if you walk up to it,
mhm,
it does the same thing every single time.
mhm. Okay, so
AI, if you walk up to it,
mhm,
today he's like, oh, the sky is gray.
mhm,
You walk up to it again,
mhm,
oh, today's sky is blue. I'm gonna
mhm.
go for a walk and run around, but I'm not gonna be here later. You come back to the same spot, it's not there.
I guess
Yeah,
so it's just like giving more
freedom.
real freedom and realness to
Yeah.
the game, even more realness. That's I
Hmm.
mean,
An
uh,
NPC is gonna
you
be on that same loop. It's got the same pattern.
yeah, you gotta keep
Yeah,
going because like I
yeah,
said, it's programmed. So
yeah.
even
That
like
one's
it's
programmed
going to the
already.
same
Yeah,
stage, but
it's
this
gonna be
one
there.
I guess probably just interacting with it. You're gonna give it to a different person. Like it's gonna interact with your. It's not gonna say the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be whoever it's gonna react to you. So
Hmm.
whatever you say to it, they're gonna react to you because that's just gonna be a different
Hmm.
personality in each one. We'll see. We'll
And it
see.
could change a lot because then you got like the support characters.
Man, it's gonna get scary.
The support characters can actually
That's
be
gonna get
alive and
scary,
talk
man.
to you.
That's
And
yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you start being ODing with like you're gonna rush to home just to be with your friend to talk to your friend.
and it's the
Hey, hey,
AI.
hey. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be
Yeah.
AI. It's like, oh, I gotta go. That's gonna be scary. Damn,
Hmm.
new kids. I mean, because even when we grow up, it's like our gaming is very addicting.
Hmm.
So entering AI into it is gonna be even more addicting because now it's gonna be more personal.
Yes.
Because damn, I gotta go talk to this person. I gotta go talk to that person. Wow. I don't know. It's it's just something different. Just something adapting. You got to get adapted to. See how it really reacts in that gaming and virtual world. Um, but talk about AI. Uh, yeah, or even off topic with AI, but it's still with AI. Because recently they talked about how they think aliens is in the ocean. There was a study that they was talking about that. I remember they playing that on there. I don't, not that. Or that. Well, mm, I mean, you know, I can agree with it. I can agree with it. see where
you've
they're
learned
coming
about the
there.
UAP activity in our
I've seen
oceans,
UAP.
particularly? Have you spoken with sources who have provided any evidence or eyewitness accounts of these UAPs interacting with our naval forces or being detected by our underwater surveillance systems?
Nothing beyond what's in the report and then the specific case that I mentioned with the orb.
So this report says it all. There's no other information that we are aware of regarding the activity within our waters.
I have other sources that have told me that have shared a significant amount of information, but they're not comfortable with me sharing it at this point.
Okay. Are there any technological capabilities observed in these oceanic UAPs that seem to defy our current understanding of physics or our engineering capabilities?
It seems like they all do.
Yes, I would agree with that. My time is up, but I do appreciate you've learned about.
To have that discussion now, to 2024 going on 2025, I'm not. I talk about the aliens. You know how I always talk about like the aliens and things like that. So for them to have that actual discussion in a courtroom, and really talk about this, you know, um, I don't see. I don't put it. I don't put it behind nothing, because I feel like the best place to hide something is in the ocean.
Yeah.
Because it's like we can't go certain parts. It's like you can only go to that part that's fun and all, but you can't go that deep.
Hmm.
You can't never go that deep without being unhuman. You know, um, and like I said, talking about AI. NASA, they're actually really starting to use. They're going to make new robots to basically dive down there and make a robot that can just dive deeply down there to see if there's any alien life.
That's nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That should take a lot. That should save a lot more time than trying to go up. And going down is easier. You all you gotta do is think.
And then AI, I think with AI coming, there's gonna be definitely some other discovery that we have never seen in this world, that they're gonna find. You know, because you have these type of new things that could be like a robot and just stay down there and just watch.
Okay.
You
The
know,
underwater soul that just be chilling
and
down there.
just watch. Just, all right, report what's going on. He said by 2030 we should really find out these type of things. Damn, that's 2025. That'd be 5 more years.
Mhm.
But
That's
hey,
the other thing we like to say.
hey, I don't put it past it. You already know how I feel about the alien situations, and I talk about that and all that stuff. So, um, but hey, now that they're really talking about this, I was surprised. I was like, oh, that'd be a great place to hide. That'd be a great place to hide, because they're also saying that you can get to like space from ocean. You heard about that? They say if you
No.
go so deep down, then there got to be some type of portal that you can fall into space. I, I mean, I don't put it past that, because I be thinking like, yo, the world's round. So when you go around, the world has to go down. You have to be some type of bottom. And they say once you go down so deep, it gets so dark that you almost damn near feel like you're in space.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, it's crazy, but I feel like with this new technology developing, we're gonna find these things out. So I will pay attention and see if that occurs and happens. But let's get into the subject: motivation. Motivation. I need a motivation. Okay, so I seen it says, okay, don't ruin a good day thinking about a bad yesterday. Uh, I think when I hear that, sometimes you have a bad day. They're just basically saying like, just because you had a bad day, you woke up, you was blessed to make another day.
Hmm.
So don't use that bad day into your brand new day.
Yeah.
Because that's just ruining your day automatically. So just try to, Everybody has bad days. Just don't bring the next day into the next day, that bad day. And I can see that, that's good little advice for people. They
Yeah.
need to hear that. Because everybody has a bad day.
Hmm. So why lose 2 days when you can just lose one and leave that in the past? And you already lived that day.
Word, word. Okay, so another one says, starting something new or making a big change requires effort, persistence, and motivation. Doubt, fear, and worry will only slow you down. So focus on doing your best and celebrate every step of the way. Um, yeah, when you're starting something, you definitely have to be focused, persistence, and dedication. And then yes, fear, doubt, being worried, that only slows down the process.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, that's good to hear. Or anybody else need to hear that. Uh, always say I'm motivated by fear. So,
Okay.
in a weird way. But yeah. But that's all I got for us today. So thanks for joining for episode 55. Make sure you join for 56. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. And you've been rocking with Dua.
And Jamel.
See you next time. In the meantime, between time. Peace.